Hello, welcome to 3rd Degree Bonsai. I'm going to work on this tree today. This is a Sloe. So let's take it out of the pot first of all. There we go. Lots of roots. There's quite a bit of trunk showing on this one, and it's going to crumble, isn't it? Yeah. Crumble in both directions like a piece of cake. There we go. I've not worked on Blackthorn before. This is going to be a new experience for me. I've not worked on Hawthorn or Rowan either, which I've also newly ordered for the first time. It's all a new experience. It's quite supple. It's much more supple than the Hawthorn was, or I believe it is. Wait and see, I suppose. It feels very flexible. But then so did the Hawthorn until I tried wiring it. Well, thought about wiring it. So we will see. This is a lovely long trunk. Very, very nice. Oops. These roots are very delicate though, as the soil falls away, so it takes the roots with it a little if you're not careful. I mean, I am being careful, but it's still a little bit awkward. Now, this soil is soft and crumbly. Yeah, I'm still having problems. Let's see if the chopstick is any better. Got a feeling it is just the weight of the soil on these roots, but we'll see. I usually use the tweezers when the soil is heavy, or if the roots are really clinging to the soil and won't let go. The soil is it's heavy, mainly because the plant's been watered. And it's also very crumbly, and it does just go. No, these roots are just very fine. I was going to say I've got a mind to leave these roots as they are, but I don't know. They are quite brittle. They're also growing very, very well. If you look, they've wound around the bottom of the pot. This tree has got square roots. Yeah, so using a chopstick doesn't really make a lot of difference, because it's the weight of this soil that's the problem. The fact that the roots are clinging to the soil, so as the soil crumbles and falls away, it can take the roots with it if you're not really, really on it. Now, I might have to leave some of the soil on, We have got lots of new roots growing underneath, and these are long. Look at the length of these. Got the wire packaging on the move again. Don't really know what to do here. And I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm also aware that these roots are very delicate, and a number of them have come away with the soil. I think what I'll do is I'll remove these very long roots, or at least cut them back a bit, and leave what's here. Basically anything that's hanging down in tangly bits here, as you can see. We have got quite a bit of feeder root left as well. I don't think it's quite as bad as I thought it was, not as bad as it looked. I think it's more when you're not used to the roots just coming away with the soil, it can be a bit scary, I suppose, a bit daunting. So yeah, I think I'll leave that as it is. And do have an awful lot of cleaning up to do in a moment. Yeah, there we go. So, first of all, comes back out. There we go. Put that into a mountain. And we nestle it in. Well, and as I said before, just make an L shape with the wires like that. And then we take hold of these wires and we twist and we pull. Pull and twist. What that does, as long as the roots aren't too soft, is it anchors your tree, holds them in for you, holds it all steady. You cut that one there, cut the excess, push the wire down sideways so that when you're digging in the soil you should see it before you feel it. I'm getting the hang of doing this. See that, and then I still throw it everywhere. That is better. I'm not being quite so messy with it. that down for a second. And we take the chopstick and we just press and wiggle this, and that gets just pushes the soil down between the roots, gets rid of any air pockets. Most of the roots are already in soil anyway, because I didn't completely bare root this plant. I was starting to worry I wouldn't have any roots left if I did. Almost quite delicate. Yeah, there we go. I'm thinking I might wiggle this tree, wire it and shape it a little. Okay. I might put a bit more of a shape to it than I did with the rowan. Just making sure as well that the soil won't guide the water over the edge of the pot when I water it, because it does sometimes do that. Okay, so that's that one done. I've just put some moss on this one and given it a water. So now what I'm going to do, I've worked out that this wire will definitely bend this tree. Might be a little bit too short. So what we do is we poke into the soil very gently. Then very carefully wrap around the trunk. Just going to do a bit of initial bending. What you need to do is go with the bend in the wire, not against it, because otherwise you loosen the wire. That makes sense. Not sure I explained that very well. Just giving it an initial twist for now. This is a very flexible whip. So there we are. So that's that one done. Okay, so here's the tree after a little bit of time to recover. This will probably become the front eventually, like this. But that's also quite a nice shape, like that. It probably will need a bit of wiring in the future, but these branches are very fresh, very new, apart from this one. Let me turn it around so you can actually see the growth. There you are, you can see it's put on, it's made quite a nice bit of progress here. As I say, I probably will wire some of these in future. I think there is a dead branch as well that can come off, which I'll have to do. But this is it all done. It's had a little bit of seaweed last week. It's due another bit of seaweed this week. And that's how it's done so far. I think it's done rather nicely. It's done very well, especially seeing as the blackbird got into it. He couldn't pull it out because it had been wired in. So he sort of stirred the pot with the trunk, and a lot of this soil had been moved away. The moss that I put on was all off as well. He'd been digging, and I found this tree very limp. I'd been working at this end of the garden, the tree was at the other end of the garden, and he'd got into my greenhouses down at the bottom. I wasn't very happy about that. So just to show you, the trees that need the most light, and especially the ones that we're stocking to sell this year, are in the wood store. Last year the wood store was a safe place to put them. This year it hasn't been. The blackbird's got into here, so we've put some wire on it to keep the blackbird out. We thought that would be enough, make it difficult, and he won't want to go in there. Yeah, right. He got in there through the gaps in the sides. There we are. We've got chicken wire on the sides and wire up at the top that we can lock down overnight, or when we're not here. At the moment, until I can put wire over all of my individual pots, we are keeping the greenhouses locked down as well when I'm not here, so they can't get in there. So it's a bit of a battle at the moment with the birds, or one bird in particular. So yeah, so that's what's been going on. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please give us a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you very much.